put in my 2 weeks. I 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 put in my 2 weeks.
Resignation.
Like, stick to that, but I'd like to bleed it into somehow.
Let it bleed.
I'll let you bleed. Free bleed.
Free bleeding.
Is that a thing?
Yeah,
I mean, I know it's
do
a
it.
thing, but people
People
still
do it.
Good Lord.
People, yeah. Being a woman would be crazy. I don't know how they do it.
Oh, I couldn't.
I couldn't do it.
I couldn't do it.
They're stronger than us.
I had a Sylvia Plath myself.
Yeah, in the oven.
Yeah.
Did she put a note on herself that said?
So when I read that fact that she killed herself by putting her head in the oven, I thought, and I don't know why I thought this, I thought it was just brutal, that she had lit the stove, like lit the oven,
She
and set it to like 400.
and just cooked her ass.
And just put her head in there, and I was like, God damn. But no, she just turned the gas on.
Yeah, she just breathed the fumes.
I'm so dumb. I was like, man, that's a fucking way to go.
Just burning yourself alive.
Yeah. But just your head. And having the wherewithal to stay in it and not pull yourself out.
Good poetry though. Good books.
Sure. Oh, sure. Plath had some bangers.
Just books. I don't know. Did you read it all during any of this? Did you pick any books up? I said I wanted to.
Man, it's so
No,
ridiculous, and it just speaks to, I guess, my character and a lot of people's characters. Like, over the whole course of the pandemic, you had all the time in the world to do
read a
whatever.
book.
And I did pick up a couple of books, but I didn't read any of them.
Yeah.
This is something about myself. I like collecting things. I like the way, this is probably the douchiest thing about me. I love the way books look, and I like having them, but very rarely will I crack one open and read it.
Well, yeah. I mean,
It sucks.
Yeah.
I know this. It's dumb.
no,
It's such a
yeah. I mean,
lame
they
thing.
do look cool, all stacked around. But I want to read them. I'm trying to remember the last one. I was trying to read this big book of short stories that I got that it was like a bunch of different motherfuckers were in there.
Yeah.
And I was giving that a go for a while. I just got busy with other things, and I just wanted to smoke and lay on the couch. And then I was just like, I don't have time to read.
What book did I got? So I had a copy of On the Road, the original scroll, which was like a new version of it. It was like, well, the original scroll. It was like unedited. It was
Yeah, I think I might have had the same thing.
Yeah, I lost it somewhere down the
Oh,
line,
damn.
so I bought another one. So I have it. I got like, yeah, just a couple of books. Like, oh, I bought a first edition copy of Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, though.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
I did do that. It was like $20.
That'd be a cool thing to read. I'd
Yeah.
read that.
Yeah, it's from 71, I think, or
Man.
73.
What were we talking about before?
Oh, Sylvia?
No, not Sylvia. What book before the Fear and Loathing?
You said short stories. I said On the Road.
Oh yeah, the Cormac McCarthy book.
Uh,
Not the Cormac McCarthy book, the Jack Kerouac book.
yeah,
The Road and then On the Road. So many roads. They all lead to nowhere.
that's right.
But Jack Kerouac's one. See, I'm from the Midwest, and in that book he says he's a man of travel. He's been around.
Oh, yeah.
He says the most beautiful women he's ever seen are in Iowa.
Man, he must have skipped a lot of...
I forget if he says a specific city. If he says like Iowa City, I don't think he mentions Ames. It might be
Cedar
Des Moines.
Rapids.
He might say, yeah. There's something in the water in Des Moines. They got a bunch of.
It's funny because a lot of... Because he did so well documenting where he went and what cafes or where or whatever. Like, if you can trace his route.
Yeah, I went to like
in some of the cafes that he was at, like, they now like, this is where
Yeah, they have
this
a
is where
thing.
this is where Kerouac was.
I forget like the first time I did that. Because he's he's around Denver.
Mhm.
There's I forget the name of it, but I did that the first time I traveled to Denver to do some shows and hang out. It was like I was like 21 or 22, and I was like, I'm gonna go find this bar that Jack Kerouac hung out at, and it wasn't there, but it was something else now, and they had a plaque thing in there. I forget what it was called.
There's a couple of places in Austin that he popped into.
Yeah.
I don't know if they give a fuck.
Yeah, no, probably not.
There's no plaque on the wall. Dude, in my hometown, or not my hometown, in the town that I went to junior college in, it was such a podunk, middle of nowhere, West Texas town, and Julia Roberts came through.
Did people lose their mind?
Dude, it's one of these places, like, she went into this shitty Mexican restaurant, and I can't imagine she had a good time, but it was just an old wooden chair that she sat in, and they
have the chair?
They have the chair above the fucking bar with a fucking sign on, like, Julia Roberts sat here. And it's like, this is crazy. Who cares?
That's what you got to do. Write a book, get famous enough. Sit in a chair. That's pretty good. Man. Yeah. I wanted to still read. I could. I mean, I journal more and, like, write more on my own than, I guess, read. So I guess I'm ingesting or digesting words in some way, you know?
Yeah.
Rather than reading, I'm kind of reading my own shit that I wrote.
I do that most often.
Yeah, it's like...
That's the only reading I get.
Yeah, just rereading my old bits.
And Netflix recommendations.
Yeah. Man.
So...
Yeah? You got a job?
Do I got a job?
You got a job.
So, we talked about this before. I'd heard about this job because I like to smoke cigars, right?
Taylor does like a cigar. We'll be chilling around. Some people smoking it. Taylor just whip out this fucking stogie.
Fucking bat.
It's like, God damn, dog. Started puffing on those. I used to, because I used to work at this is a tale for another time, this whiskey cigar bar. Yeah. And I would enjoy them there, but I'm just not around them enough, so... Yeah, but you like them. You usually have them on you.
Oh yeah, I like them. So, in my researching or understanding like cigar makers, like in Cuba,
where they make the good ones.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
Have you ever had one?
No, no, I don't think so.
Yeah. There's probably fakes,
Oh, there's 1,000 fakes. Yeah. But who knows? And Cuban cigars that's not a brand. It's like
you could just
whiskey's from Kentucky. It's like there's 1,000 fucking manufacturers. But in Cuba, in the warehouses where they roll the cigars, like everybody's like on the floor, like with their little desks. It's like cubicles. And there's a dude that sits up the front and reads on a loudspeaker to all of the cigar makers. And that dude is called a lector.
A lector.
That's his job. His job is to sit and read to people making cigars.
Wow.
Which is probably the best smelling job ever.
Or just fries his nose. He's in it so
much.
He's
probably just wrecked.
What? That's... He's just with anything do you read? Like news and then maybe a book?
I think mostly it's books. It's because they have to be entertained and sort of distracted for hours and hours and hours.
Think they ever get a band up there?
Oh, there might be a couple of open mics that...
Dude, that'd be pretty freaking...
be wild.
All right, here's they're touring around. Here's the ZZ Top.
Yeah. Or I was thinking, he's up there just reading the clacks and then closes it and like, okay, we got a couple hours left. We're gonna go with 50 Shades of Grey, and then like the whole place is just wet and wild.
Or they're all horny, yeah.
They're all busting on the stogies.
There's something on my cigar. What the fuck is this?
This is a nice gloss you got on there.
A nice finish. Very nice finish. Ew, that.
Oh my god.
Man, it's funny. I bet he would do some news at the top.
He might.
The weather outside is just a balmy 70 degrees.
It's just they may not even do it anymore, considering you can just put in your fucking phone and listen to podcasts and stuff. But as far as I know, like that is still a position that people do, and they did it in churches as well. Like the guy not being a pastor or whatever, reading from the book, like there would just be a guy that read passages from the Bible, and he's also called a lector. So I guess it's just the idea of a public speaker reading to a group of people.
Dang. That's interesting.
We're lectors, technically.
Yeah. Oh, weird.
We're funny lectors.
Yeah. Funny lectors. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. I am a lector.
You are.
I just start doing the news. I go up there.
Start reading a book.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. Today it's Moby Dick.
Somebody did that once. One comic did that.
Just got up there, started reading a book.
Yes, but it was a children's book.
Were they showing the pictures?
Yeah.
That'd be something. The
You don't remember
lector's
that?
up there showing the pictures. He's reading a children's book.
Yeah, and it's just
They're like, I can't see.
like I can't see it. So
Gotta-
for those of you in the back there are binoculars underneath your seats.
This book is called Everybody Poops.
Yeah.
This is a picture of a poop in a toilet.
Yeah, there was a comic that went on stage and literally opened a children's book and read each line and then had a joke for every line of the children's book.
Was it good?
No. No, it was hacky and ridiculous. I'll tell you who it was when we stop recording.
Okay.
Because you know who it is.
Okay.
And I don't want to put
I
people
love
on
it. No,
blast.
yeah, we don't have to put unnecessary people.
Yeah, we
I've
don't
done
need to
some cringe.
shit
I've
on
done
people.
some
Yeah, of
cringy
course.
jokes in my past.
Man,
you know.
I did a joke when I first started.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was about. It was pro-gay. The joke was pro-gay in its heart and intent. So my joke was, guys that are against gay marriages before it got legalized. Before that, I said that guys that are against gay marriage should have to go on the steps of the courthouse and get butt fucked by one of those green Hulk fists by a bunch of gay guys. That's what I thought. I thought that was funny.
It's a funny picture.
Yeah, but it's not a great joke.
No, yeah.
It's stupid.
Yeah.
It's really stupid.
It's kind of a funny picture in my head, though. I
Yeah.
like it.
But it was pro-gay.
Oh, yeah.
And anytime I told people, like, oh, and I was like, wait a minute.
I'm trying to get these people fisted by the Hulk. Yeah.
Yes. But no, as looking back on it now, that was ridiculous.
Yeah. The Lector gets better.
The Lector,
You gotta learn.
He learns too.
Yeah, what if does he change his shit if people hate it?
Yeah. Oh,
People
maybe.
are like,
They're just like, boo.
I hate this. And like, all right, I'll read something
Start
else.
throwing shitty cigars at them.
All right, I'll start reading Sports Illustrated.
I just thought, so there's a cigar maker here in town called Babalu Cigars.
Is that the one that's right by the valve or off of?
It was. So it was Babalu, and they closed that location, but there's another one on Burnett.
Oh.
Like up north a little bit. And they actually sponsored my Hotel Vegas show.
Okay, I was going
for
to
like
say
a
if
couple
that
of
was
months,
the same people
but
who
then they stopped.
you'd
They
get-
stopped that.
Oh, they're like,
Well, what happened was I approached them like, hey, would you guys like to sponsor my show and maybe give out a couple of cigars? I'll give them out at the shows. And they're like, yeah, totally. And
no
I didn't
one
give them
came
out.
in. Oh, you didn't give
I
give
just
them
smoked them all. I love them still. I mean, I hope that.
That's
I
a
don't,
good.
I don't know if they found out, but
That's a good bit.
but I would say that
we could get them to sponsor the pot.
maybe. I told them that, or when I opened my show, I'd be like, "We are sponsored by Babalu Cigars. I'm supposed to give out those cigars to a couple of people in the crowd, but I've smoked them already. So
You should just go
check
there
them
and get
out.
them. Yeah,
Check them
you
out.
still hyped them.
I did. Yeah, they gave me like 4 kind of their like bandless sort of generic cigars, but they were still good. Love Babalu, but
Man.
I think about it, and they got a little shop. They had an open mic in there one time. They had a comedy open mic inside the cigar shop.
Damn.
I never went.
Do you think the roller liked it?
No,
Probably.
I think
Like, this is garbage.
Like, this is the worst lecture I've ever seen.
Yeah, you gotta get a good one if I'm gonna fucking sit here listening to fucking Family Guy jokes or something.
Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe I should talk.
The
them
idea
into-
of that'd be funny. This like cigar roller has this pretty cool job, but the Lector is just so shitty that he hates going.
Yeah, he's like, God damn, I hate
He
my fucking job.
Puts headphones in or something.
And they're like, no headphones, no headphones.
Man,
Yeah.
the cigar roller as well. That's also a crazy job.
It is a unique job, but it doesn't surprise me that it's a job. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
Like
yeah.
somebody's got to make those.
Oh yeah, but it's cool that it's those ones. I was was watching something about it, and I was just watching just the art of them rolling it just by hand, and still, it's cool.
Yeah, and their tools are really old looking and
hasn't
antiquated
changed in so long.
Yeah, and there is like a very specific process to it. It's like you've got the interior of the cigar, you've got the wrap, and sometimes they do fancy cigars like double, triple wraps, like pattern wraps, stuff like that.
Yeah, it's like on the tobacco plant, like or isn't like the wrap leaf is like the one way at the bottom, kind of, because it's like the most.
I really don't know. All I know is that the wrap leaf can vary in color, and so you can get a really dark one and a light one, and you can kind of make them look like swirls on the outside.
Nice.
Yeah, it's very cool. It's kind of like there's whiskey tasters at distilleries, which is a unique job, but I'm not shocked that's a thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The Lector, however, I was like, man, you get paid to just sit there and read books to people?
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Very cool.
So just hanging out. Sort of. Your mouth gets all dry and shit.
Yeah, he's got it. I'm sure he's got his rum up there and whatever.
Yeah, getting drunk.
He's all just drunk and
starts doing bits.
Fuck this little house on the prairie. You know what I'm talking about? This place sucks. He just starts riffing.
Yeah. He starts, it'd be funny, like, has some guards there. They think he's reading the right thing or whatever. They walk out the door, and he's like, all right, now that Big Brother is gone, he shuts it, and he pulls out, like,
some smut
fucking,
magazine.
Playboy or something. He's like, he's just trying to describe the women to everybody.
And then just everyone is like, oh, my God.
The rack on this chick. Can you see?
Can you see it in the back? Pass it around.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. The Lector.
Interesting gig.
Yeah, man. The generic definition for him is literally a public speaker.
This is pretty good, I think, transition into just writing and speaking into something I thought it'd be fun. I was telling you about this as a new segment on the show.
What is this?
I don't know, we just got to figure out a good name for it, but I think we should do a segment called "What the fuck did I just find on Craigslist for a job?"
Oh, yes. Okay, yes.
Or like jobs on Craigslist. Just I've been going to different cities, and just going under the gigs option and just finding some goofy ones. I mainly just started. Well, it's not this. A couple of these aren't too goofy or too out of the one, but I found a funny one. Is someone right now here in Austin wants someone to help them write their memoirs.
Oh, my God. That kind of falls under the Scrivenger category.
Oh, yeah. Because, if we copy this stuff, have some old person just recline in a seat. And
How
like, all
interesting
right.
you are to have your memoirs written by somebody on
Craigslist.
Craigslist.
Who's going to see this that's going to be like... Because a writer wanted to help me write my memoirs here in Austin. I'm looking for a writer who is a baby boomer who can relate to all the craziness back in the 60s, 70s, and 80s. One who can help me with framework of the autobiography and help me jog my memory. So it's not even going to...
What? The dude wasn't there. He's like, hey, remember that time? Man, that would be funny. You just start making shit up. And he's like, I do.
Yeah, I want to... Who's the client, It's like, did you have a fascinating life? What do you mean help you jog your... What'd you do? Were you like
you tell me. You're the one who asked me to fucking come in here and... Man, I know I did some crazy shit. I just can't remember what it was. Write that down.
Just help him start confessing to a murder.
That's what I'm saying. You can just literally talk this dude into anything. Like, yeah, remember that time that you sucked Jimi Hendrix's dick on fucking stage at Woodstock? And he's like, oh yeah,
I did do that.
That was crazy.
I took that brown acid. They told me not to.
They told me not to, and I ended up blowing Jimmy.
I sucked Jimmy off. Oh man.
What? That's stupid.
All the craziness from the 60s, the 70s, and the 80s.
Okay, so what about this? We're naming the segment now. What about? I was going to say crazy list, but that sounds really bad.
The Craigsy list.
Craigsy list.
That's
I like
fun.
that.
Yeah,
I like that. There it
Hey,
is.
the Craigsy list. All right, I'm in on it. Let's do it. I also, we were talking about this before. And if any of y'all know of like a crazy job and like want to reach out to us and send it to us and have us riff on it, we got an Instagram and an email
Did you get it
account.
done?
Yeah, I put them all
Look
up.
at Joey. He's all on it.
We got so yeah. If you're on Instagram, just go to Resignation Podcast ATX, and you can. Oh, we'll probably put some snippets of
I'll put
clips
some nudes on there. You guys can have some fun with that.
A Patreon to my OnlyFans or something, but got that, or if you don't have a motherfucking...
That'll be an interesting job to talk about.
What?
In the future.
OnlyFans? Oh,
Yeah,
that would be a Patreon one.
Yeah.
I'm down.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you also don't have Instagram, you can also just email in at resignationpod@gmail.com. pod resignationpod@gmail.com. So yeah, send us something crazy if you know something, because we got a long ass list of some goofy stuff. But if you got a crazy job and you want to talk about it, feel free to send it in. Maybe we'll pick you, or maybe we'll just
or
look
you know
at it
somebody
and
that
roast
used
you.
to have a crazy
oh
job.
yeah,
like
or if you know,
your dad did something wild back in the day or something. I know my dad did, so we're gonna do some Patreons of those too.
Yeah, I'm excited for those. Your dad's a crazy dude.
Yeah, he's a little fucking nuts, but his resume is insane.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, yeah, email in. That's good. Thanks for tuning in to this episode, everyone. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, check out the Instagram. Let us know what you got out there.
Hell yeah.
Resignation.